It's time for Greenbrier Gators baseball on the Lighthouse. Coach Nichols and the mighty Gators have the arms, bats, legs, and hearts to be champions. WPMH is the exclusive radio home of Gators baseball, which also streams on the John Fredericks Show app. Let's head to the Diamond and join the play-by-play voices of the Gators, John Fredericks and Mark Ragsdale. Exclusive coverage of Greenbrier Christian Academy Gator Baseball is now live on the Lighthouse. WPMH, AM 1010 and 100.1 FM. Play ball, y'all!
Let's get through the lineups, then we'll be right back.
Now the starting lineup for your home Greenbrier Christian Academy Gators. Batting first at shortstop, number 5, Nick Britt. Batting second at center field, number 23, Austin Younts. Batting third at third base, number 21, J.T. Inskeep. Batting fourth, number 24 at first base, Ethan Ott. Batting fifth in right field, number 18, Ryland Brown. Batting sixth at second base, number 3, James McGrady. Batting seventh at catcher, number 8, Gavin Younts. Batting as designated hitter, number 4, Charlie Zimmerman. Batting ninth, number 10 in left field, Chris Harrell. And on the mound tonight, number 6, Anthony Morton. Gators are coached by Patrick Nichols, with assistant coaches Gary Lee, Rob Younts, Craig Taylor, and John Maddox. At this time, would you please rise for prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Our Father, we thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. We thank you for safety for our visitors as they traveled here. We pray that you would just be with each of our players tonight, our coaches. I pray that you'd watch over, keep all of our players safe tonight. We thank you for the beautiful weather that you've blessed us with and for this day. In your name we pray. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we bear at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, we're getting ready to play ball here at Gator Field, getting ready to rock. This should be a good game. The Bishop McNamara from Washington, D.C., basically, Eric, came in last night because they figured out they couldn't get from Northern Virginia to Chesapeake on a Friday night, even if they got out of there at 5 a.m.
No, it's good to come last night, and then you have today to relax, and then get ready to play ball tonight.
Interesting story on Bishop McNamara, and I want to get you involved here, Mark Ragsdale. Rags, they're 7-3 on the season. They're off to a pretty good start. They've beaten a couple of decent teams. Their coach, Anthony Sosnowski, took this team over 5 years ago. They were 2-22.
Yeah.
So with a total rebuild.
Yes, I met with Anthony during pregame, and he said that this year he felt that his team was going to have a good year and wanted to challenge them. And a couple weeks ago, brought them down to Richmond to play Benedictine and St.
That's
Christopher's.
the number one, Benedictine, yes. The number one state of Virginia.
Yes,
number one, yeah.
And then also,
and that was a pretty close game.
Right.
Yes,
it was about a 2-run game. And then also with Bishop McNamara in town, they play. They're going to stay here through tomorrow and play Atlantic Shores tomorrow at noon, 1 o'clock afternoon game.
So they come down here for a couple of days, stay at a hotel, right? We get a little economic activity going for the Trump economy in Chesapeake. I'm all for that. But I tell you what, they got some really good hitters on this team. Now the Gators, 9-1, number 2 in the Commonwealth of Virginia. They're number 2 in the state, and you really think our state goes from Eastern Shore all the way to Bristol, Tennessee, right? They're number 2.
Yes. Now back to the Mustangs. Third baseman, number 9, Ian Cawthorn.
All right,
Hawthorne hitting .619 on the year.
Yeah, he's got a swing and a hot bat on the mound for the Gators. Right here, getting ready for first pitch. Anthony Morton getting the start
1-1
tonight.
with a 1.24 ERA early on.
He's had some struggles in his last game though. Morton's first pitch, fastball, call strike right down the middle, and Ian Cawthorn takes that. Wants to see a pitch. Now he's ready to go. Morton working quickly, wheels and deals, and that ball swung on and missed in the dirt. A breaking ball there. Looked like Morton's slider dipped down and in, and he's got Cawthorn in the hole 0-2. Swung on, fouled, right side.
So nice work by Morton here, leadoff batter, getting ahead. The count 0-2.
That's what he didn't do in his last start, which he got pounded around pretty bit. He had a lot of unearned runs in that start. Morton yet to throw a ball, and that ball fouled into the dirt. Count stays at 0-2. Morton's gone so far, 5 pitches, 4 fastballs, 1 breaking pitch, all strikes.
And let's see, last time we were on the air, they were 2-0, playing first flight.
I know, right? Big difference, 9-1. Morton delivers another foul on right-hand side. So far, Ian Cawthorn hasn't seen a ball in this at-bat. He's still down in the hole 0-2, but so far he's not caught up, Mark, to Morton's fastball. Looks like it's about 79, 80 tonight. That ball, just missed. Outside corner.
Nice miss pitch, though, being ahead of the count, 0-2.
And framed by Gavin Younts, but he didn't get the call. 1-2 pitch coming, hits him. I tell you what, that's a tough start for Morton. That's what got him in trouble in his last start. I mean, he gets 0-2. He throws basically 6 strikes in a row. Cawthorn hangs in there and gets hit by the pitch. Now they got a runner on, nobody out.
You know, John, this
Down to play for the Mustangs. Left fielder number 6, Brandon Baker.
Baker hitting .258 on the season. You know, when a pitcher hits a batter with 2 strikes, especially ahead in the count, that's kind of like a baseball sin. You know, to hit a batter when you're ahead in the count.
Well, that's the stuff that's driving Pat Nichols crazy about Morton.
Gary Lee, the pitching coach.
And Gary Lee. So, Brandon Baker up.
So there's a
Baker,
drive
the left fielder.
center.
That's a pop-up. Right side, it's going to fall in between everybody. That is the true definition of a Texas League single right there, hit by Baker right off the end of the bat. And second baseman McGrady couldn't get it. Right fielder Brown couldn't get it. Drops right in there. First and second, nobody out. Right away.
Down to bat for the Mustangs, the designated hitter, 0, Joe Quelch.
And Quelch hit .538 on the season.
He's one of their big hitters. I know and they've played 10 games, so it's not like they've had one game.
No.
Morton first and second, nobody out.
So you have Austin Yountz playing deep, and
way up and in.
That was a little blooper, kind of like in the Bermuda Triangle there. Second baseman couldn't make it. Center fielder playing too deep.
Hit it where they ate, right? In the box score, it's just a single,
just
right?
a single.
In the box score. Morton falling behind 1-0. That ball's a line. Right field, it's going to be in the gap. And
Brown
coming on, picks it up, and runners hold. Runners hold right there. Ian Cawthorn holding at third base. That ball smoked right down the right field gap.
With
base
no
hit
outs,
for Quelch.
you want to do station to station.
Now stepping to the plate for the Mustangs, the first baseman number 11, Jared Mamano.
So Mamano here hitting 4th in the lineup and hitting .367 on the year.
They got some hitters on this team. And again, remember, they've played 10 games. So you start getting these averages up there, 400. They've had some at bats. Mono right-handed hitter, and that ball swung on.
And it's interesting that the head coach brought up 2-22 when
5 years
the year
ago.
before. Yes, 5 years ago.
Yeah, he has a rebuild.
The only 2 things that I knew about this school, they got a good nationally ranked girls basketball program, and my brother-in-law graduated from there in '94.
See, this is the thing I love about having Rags. The guy knows like everybody. I can do a baseball game in China. And he'd be like, oh, I coached him in T-ball in Hong Kong in 1977.
Hey, with being from a military family, you're well-rounded.
1-1. Morton, bases loaded, nobody out. Let's see if he can wiggle out of this jam. Tries to pick off, the ball gets away, but backed up there by McGrady at second base.
Pretty interesting here with a runner at third, no outs, kind of trying to pick off play here at second. One of the trail runners.
I'm sure that was called by Nichols, maybe one of their trick plays. But Mamano, he's the first baseman, 500 hitter. Morton's 1-1 pitch right here, big pitch, swung and a missed.
Right. Yes. So
took something off that one. Change up, caught the outside. Yep.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a strikeout or pitcher's best friend, double play right now.
Or a pop-up. 1-2 pitch to Mamano. Morton sets, delivers.
Oh,
that ball's
ball.
lined and left field. It's going to be caught.
It's over the left fielder's
left
head.
field. Harrell's head out of his glove. He almost had it. That is going to clear the bases. A 3-run double by Jared Mamano. That ball smoked to left field. Chris Harrell got a decent jump on it, back there over by the 350 sign.
And look at their excitement here. They are. Let's see. I think the visitors here are definitely enjoying their early start.
Now to the shortstop, number 2, Nick Miller.
So
he was ahead.
He was ahead of
on that guy.
Every batter,
yes.
and he just grooved the fastball right down the middle. And Mamano, even with 2 strikes all over it, hit a rope over Harrell's head. Almost Harrell, the left fielder's got speed. He plays basketball. Almost caught up with that. Was in and out of his mitt.
Right.
And that is a bases clearing double. 3 RBIs for Mamano, and now right off the bat,
now
Bishop McNamara with a 3-zip lead. They got a runner at second. Mamano at second. And nobody out, and Nick Miller there.
Hitting 241 on the season.
Nick Miller, their shortstop up. Probably going to try to just move him over. Left-handed hitter, try to get it to the left-hand side. And McGrady up with it very quickly over to Ott. And they get their first out. But Nick Miller does his job. Left-handed batter, ground ball at second base. Moving Mamano to third base, 1 out.
Now to bat for the Mustangs, the catcher, number 10, Ryan Shea.
That's going to bring up Ryan Shea, the catcher, right-handed hitter.
276 on the year.
Morton looking to just get out of this inning. 276, Rex?
Yes.
I mean, they got some hitters on this team.
Yeah.
And so far this first inning, they have lit up Morton. That ball inside gets away, but not far enough.
And actually, Bishop McNamara, they're part of a Catholic league. They're in Northern Virginia, D.C., Maryland. It's got Bishop Ireton off of Seminary Road, Bishop O'Connell in Arlington. Something that Bishop Sullivan down here tried to get with other Catholic schools, but didn't work down here.
Is that when they
cheated
went to football? And recruited
they
people and they got kicked out of the TCIS and put on probation? That Bishop Sullivan?
Well,
yeah, that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. That's the one where, like, you pay all the money and you send your kids there and you put them through their young programs, and then a new coach comes in and gets rid of them all and brings all new people in. Yeah, that one. Yes, of course.
And
inside pitch.
Let's see. The count's
no love here
2-1.
for Bishop Sullivan.
No, but
sorry, dude. 2-1. Because you can't cheat.
So,
don't cheat. Don't rig and don't cheat.
Back to the Catholic League. Last year, Greenbrier Christian played DeMatha of Maryland.
I know.
And DeMatha is in Bishop McNamara's conference.
All right, Morton behind 2-1. Pitch in the dirt. Falls behind 3-1. Morton just not looking sharp tonight. He got off to a good start. 5 strikes in a row. And but he's not been able to locate his fastball. He's left several pitches up and over. And the BM hitters, the Bishop McNamara hitters, have jumped on it. Now he's behind Shea 3-1. That pitch.
There you go.
There's a call strike. It's going to make it full.
Count full now here. Payoff pitch.
We got 1 out. Bishop McNamara still at bat. They got a runner on third. That's Mamano. He doubled in 3 runs. 1 out. She looking for an RBI and a 3-2 pitch from Morton. Fouls it off. Right-hand side, backing out of play.
The frustrating thing about baseball, I mean, Nick Miller did his job by moving the runner over, But that counts as an at-bat, not a sacrifice.
That's the
But
game.
he did his job.
But he did his job. A left-handed hitter, got the runner over, 1 out. Let's see if Ryan Shea here can take advantage of it. Shea waits. Morton payoff pitch outside. That's going to put on Shea. That's a walk. Morton now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base runners, and he's got 1 out.
Yep. Now we got the starting pitcher for Bishop McNamara. Frere hitting 208 on the season.
He's the pitcher.
Yes.
You know, it's interesting, Bishop McNamara, what Coach Anthony Sosnowski's done, he's got like tonight's starters, right? He's got 4 seniors. All 4 of them are college commits.
Yeah.
They have 4 commits, but they've also starting, that pitch fouled off, they're also starting 3 juniors, Rags, and 3 seniors.
Wow.
So out of the 10 starters with the DH tonight, it's like they're built to win now, but he's also playing for the future.
Well, the other thing is a team is not going to travel 3 hours and 45 minutes south and not be able to compete against our team.
0-1 pitch coming to Frere by Morton. Frere lays it down. It's a squeeze play. And perfectly laid down a squeeze play. Picked up by the third baseman, J.T. Inskip. He had no chance but to go to first base. That's going to score the run. And I tell you what, that first inning by Bishop McNamara was a perfectly baseball executed inning. Right? Yes. They had 0-2 counts. They stayed alive.
Number 7, Josh Wilson.
They stayed alive, moves the runner over, and then with 1 out, their pitcher Frere squeeze play lays a perfect bunt
Small
out.
ball.
Plus moves Ryan Shea to second base, 2 outs now. Ryan Shea, I think. And Josh Wilson, the hitter.
235 on the season. So
Wilson, their second baseman, excuse me.
Now both Greenbrier and Bishop McNamara did play yesterday. Bishop McNamara did play at home and won yesterday.
Then got right on the bus.
Got right on the bus and came on down.
To God's country, swing and a miss.
Yes. So they're right off the Beltway, as if you're going to FedEx Field.
They're by
Route 4,
by
Pennsylvania
Andrews
Avenue.
Yes, right.
Andrews. Yep.
My neck of the woods, right?
Yep.
They had to come through DC.
Yep.
And they got out of town just in time. All right, Morton's got Wilson in the hole, 0-2. Again,
yes.
Morton steps off. Bishop McNamara, runner on second base. That is Ryan Shea. Morton's pitch count up in this inning, down by 4 runs, and there's 2 outs. 0-2 pitch and foul. This is about the 7th 0-2 pitch. This is about the 7th
0-2 pitch
that they fouled off.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
He's not a strikeout yet.
No strikeouts.
So the thing about Morton, he doesn't have overpowering stuff. So if he can't locate that fastball, he is just not going to be effective as he's not right now tonight.
And how about the number 9 hitter for Bishop?
Fouled off again.
Another 2-strike foul ball.
I tell you what they do is they fight you.
Yeah.
They fight you. They fight off pitches.
These hitters must like the Bee Gees, staying alive.
Staying alive.
And their number 9 hitter.
Andrew, back to the studio. We need to
is
play
hitting
that song.
476. Their
How do you have your 9
hitter? Oh.
Finally got him.
There you go.
Morton swinging a miss. He struck him out. And that's going to end a nightmare inning for Anthony Morton and the Gators, down 4-0. They're coming to bat.
This is Greenbrier Gators baseball on the Lighthouse WPMH. You know, it could be your business advertised in this next break. I'm just saying. Call 757-692-1710 for sponsor options with Gators baseball. You heard?
Come on down to Wine Automotive, less than 1 mile from Greenbrier Christian Academy. This dealership is based on integrity, value, honesty, and commitment. They have a monthly car giveaway program to help out those in need. That is their way of giving back to the community. They treat their customers like family and go beyond your expectations to create a positive and friendly atmosphere. They have a huge selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, and you can even fill out a credit app online. Their website is wineautomotive.com. That's WINE automotive.com. GatorLand.com. Hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and close on Sunday. Phone number is 888-857-8795. That's 888-857-8795. Address is 343 North Battlefield Boulevard in Chesapeake. On North Battlefield between Kempsville Road and the Locks Bridge of Great Bridge. Finally, a car dealer you can trust.
When you sponsor Greenbrier Baseball on the Lighthouse, everything above broadcast costs goes directly to the baseball program. It's a real win-win situation. Time for the next pitch. It's Gators Baseball on the Lighthouse, WPMH, AM 1010, 100.1 FM.
All right, you're back here at Gatorland in Lavelle Field. Bottom of the first, Gators first at bat. Nick Britt up, first pitch by Freuer. Fastball. Nick Britt lines it foul down the left-hand side, 0-1.
Nick hitting .353 on the season.
Is off to a great start. You know, he's a junior, and Nick is a William & Mary commit, D1 commit, so he's going to be looking forward to that. Loves playing baseball, and his hobby is surfing. Next pitch by Nick Britt, fakes bunt, takes the ball inside. He loves surfing, and he also likes the beach. Surfing in the beach. Not your kind of guy. You like hunting and fishing.
Yes, that's right. Hunting and fishing.
With
and
lots of guns.
The friends that got me into hunting and fishing took me to the Nationals game yesterday.
Mark likes that. Rags likes that. He's not much. I don't think he's going to be at Virginia Beach surfing
Nick
too much.
Britt here ahead in the count, 2-1.
2-1.
We got a lefty here for Bishop McNamara on the mound.
Next pitch by Freyer, line foul. Again.
Likes to come inside here because both foul balls have been inside.
Well, Freyer, their left-hander, and he is 2.8 ERA, 2.08. That ball just missed. And oh boy!
Wow!
Check swing, call strike 3 by the first base ump, and that's it for Nick.
Not getting the calls.
Grab
here.
some pine.
Now to bat for the Gators, the center fielder number 23, Austin Younts.
All right, one out, nobody on. Younts up.
367 on the season.
So Donovan Freyer gets his first strikeout.
Wow.
And he's got a 2.08 ERA on the season, 1-0. That pitch just missed low, 1-0.
So looking at Greenbrier's schedule since the last time we were on the air, you know, Greenbrier opened up conference yesterday, and there's
pitch
a nice
lifted
shot
in center field by Younts, but looks like Watson is going to make the play. Got a nice jump on it.
Hits it to the deepest part of the park. If he pulled it down the line, it's 325.
Yeah, that was about a 350 fly ball out there.
Now to bat for the Gators, third baseman number 21, J.T. Inskeep.
All right, 2 outs, nobody on after.
So here's the leader of the team, senior J.T. Inskeep.
VMI committee's played baseball here for 5 years.
Better be ready to get up at 5 a.m. for calisthenics.
That VMI.
Yes.
First pitch outside, taken for a ball. In addition, JT, as of course I know, plays basketball this season. Then he's played all 4 years, and I did some of the games. He was an absolute beast, both inside and outside. He's just a great athlete.
Yes, he is. It would be nice to see him on the football field, but I know some of the baseball players here like baseball so much that they play fall baseball and don't have time for football.
Donovan Freuer falling behind Inskeep, 2-0. And next pitch, swing and a miss, breaking ball. Caught the corner, and also Inskeep swung over it, 2-1 Inskeep. He's had trouble with a 2-0 fastball all season. He was looking dead red on that. Freyer sets, 2-1 delivery. Line, base hit right field. And picked up there very quickly by Peterson, getting it in. Inskeep, hot bat, gets a single, gets on base.
It's a good piece of hitting there by JT.
Now to bat for the Gators, the first baseman, number 24, Ethan Ott.
So Ethan hitting .556 on the season, 27 at-bats, and 15 hits. I'd say that Ethan's off to a great start here.
The Ethan Ott, the Hickory transfer. First pitch to him is grounded to second base and picked up by Wilson over to Miller covering it short. They get the FO, and that's going to be it for the Gators.
All right.
They got one hit, leave one, and at the end of one inning, Bishop McNamara Mustangs 4, Gators, your Gators, Zippo.
Out to the plate for the Mustangs, the center fielder number 1, Jalen Watson.
And some of these schools, it's hard to crack the lineup, so, hey, go where you can play.
I know, right back at you. Bishop McNamara looking for more. Morton having a tough first inning.
This guy's hit 476 on the season.
These kids hit on Bishop McNamara. The first pitch by Morton is low.
This is Jalen Watson.
Next pitch by Morton, he falls behind. He falls behind Watson. What's Watson's average?
476.
Does any of these kids hit under 400? For heaven's sake.
Did anybody tell Coach Nichols or Coach Lee that their number 9 hitter was hitting 476 on the season?
Shows bunt, takes for a strike outside on the corner. That ball just caught the black by Morton. That's going to make it 3-1. Watson, the 400 hitter, hitting 9th. Jeez. it's impossible to say. Morton's next pitch, that ball fouled off. Swung on and fouled off right-hand side. And most of the foul balls on Morton have been right-handed hitters right-hand side.
Yep.
They're just like they don't like the pitch. They just stick the bat out and get rid of it.
Well, with
payoff pitch, Morton delivers inside ball 4.
And now we're back up at the top of the lineup that started the rally, and that's what drive coaches nuts.
Yep.
A 1-2
Down
count.
for the Mustangs, third baseman number 9, Ian Cawthorn.
And a hit by pitch last time.
Well,
that's what started it.
He started off. Morton really struggling tonight. Can't locate his spots. Second inning in a row. First inning he had the leadoff HBP. Second inning walk. And I haven't seen if there's action in the bullpen, but yes, there is Gator action in the bullpen now. Tyler Wilson up.
The other thing about this Bishop McNamara team,
pitch high.
When I went to go meet the head coach there during pregame while they were hitting,
Sosnowski,
they seemed to be pretty loose. I mean, they
had a good time here. They came last night, got the day off from school. They ought to be loose. 1-0 delivery here from Morton from the stretch. Checks his runner, and strike taken on the outside corner by Ian Cawthorn, who was in the hole last time he was up 0-2. Now it's 1-1.
So, I'm sure Coach Nichols, Coach Lee doesn't want to get too far behind. So we have Tyler Wilson in the bullpen. And,
next pitch.
All right.
Curveball high. And shortstop trying to turn 2, and no good.
All right.
They don't turn 2.
But got the lead runner.
Nick Britt gobbles it up over to McGrady, and then late to
Hott at first base. Number 6, Brandon Baker.
Ethan Hott. That's going to bring up Brandon Baker, who had the Texas League single last time up. He's 1 for 1.
Yes, and and last inning, Bishop McNamara with no outs there.
Comebacker to Morton. He bobbles it, and everybody is going to be safe. A little 2-hop comebacker right back to Morton. And that error is going to be on Morton, not helping himself. Everybody's safe, first and second.
He was looking fastball, and Morton went off speed, and it was like a cue shot.
Down to bat, the designated hitter, number 0, Joe Quelch.
And as it spun towards Morton, let's see. This is
Quelch,
the designated hitter that got a base hit to right field last time up.
First pitch, strike 1, inside corner. Morton gets ahead, 0-1. Morton in trouble again.
Sosnowski, last inning, went station to station with no outs. Didn't want to have the first out at home, the first out at third.
Inning.
Right.
0-1 delivery by Morton to Quelch. We called time.
Kind of late
nice
time.
Curveball, though, but he called time. See, now, if I was an ump, I'd have never granted that, ever.
Yeah.
Just swing
I want to play.
Right. 0-1, we're back to that. That pitch didn't count. Morton from the stretch, first and second, 1 out, delivers curveball, check swing, and we're going to get help from the ump. Ump says
this base umpire. He
check just so everybody knows. Check swing ball out of the strike zone. The field umpire called it a strike. 0-2.
Right.
0-2.
And every time the base umpire has been asked for an appeal, he always has said a strike.
No, he's 2 for 2. That ball hammered to Inskeep. Inskeep raced to third, gets the force out there, forces out Baker. And that is going to make it 2 outs.
And that's an interesting play by JT. I mean, it's
Comes back for the Mustangs. First baseman number 11, Jared Mamano.
So force out, no reason to tag. Just go to the bag, get the lead runner.
All right, that's going to bring up Mamano, who hit the 3-run double with the bases loaded, nobody outs. Last time out was
the 3-run double was 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morton was ahead on that pitch.
Morton's first pitch delivers inside, ball 1. Probably not going to give him anything to hit. Let me set the scene for you. It is the top of the second inning here in Gatorland. Bishop McNamara jumping out to a 4-0 lead. They're at bat, top of the second. First and second, 1 out. Morton struggling again. Mamano just hit that 3-run double. And that ball is going to be a base hit through the hole. Britt can't get it, and that is going to score another run easily into score for Bishop McNamara. Brandon Baker is into score on that. That's a base hit and another RBI from Mamano. Mamano 4 RBIs now into it bats, and that's going to put Bishop McNamara up 5-zip.
This kid's being a one-man wrecking crew. 4 RBIs.
Out to bat, shortstop number 2, Nick Miller.
That was a solid base hit through the hole between short and third. Britt gave it a heck of an effort, but he couldn't get there. Morton now really laboring. I don't know we'll have to look his pitch count up, but he's really laboring. He needs this third out just to get out of this inning. First and second, and that's
about
going to bring
45.
Up Nick Miller, who left-handed hitter, and Miller lines a base hit. That's going to be in the gap, cut off by center fielder Augie Younts. Long throw to third is high. It gets away, and another run scores for Bishop McNamara on that play. Joe Quelch coming in to score, and Jared Mamano going to third base. That is a double by Nick Miller and another RBI. Morton getting absolutely hammered. That ball was squelched. And here comes Pat Nichols, the Pat walk, which is when you see the Pat walk, he's going to take the baseball away. He's had enough. That's going to end the night for Anthony Morton. Tough outing again for Morton.
I would score that as single and an error as it got past JT and the runner, the Miller that hit the ball. You know, he got to go to second base because the ball got past third. But not a good night for Morton. But let's see if Tyler Wilson here stops the bleeding. And I know it's early, but all 6 runs have been scored by the top 4 hitters. I mean, so.
Down the mound for the Gators, number 14, Tyler Wilson.
That's going to bring up Tyler Wilson, who had, memory serves me correct here, Rags. He had a great outing on Saturday, I think, or they pitched somewhere away, I think, wherever they went. I think he pitched 5 shutout innings.
Yeah, their weekend games here have been on the road. St. Patrick's Day weekend, they played up in Highland. They played Covenant, won 10-3, and then beat Highland 7-2. And then last weekend, they went to Richmond and 10-run Collegiate and 10-run Trinity Episcopal. Here's a little trivia question, John. Do you know what NFL quarterback went to Collegiate in Richmond? Quarterback of the Seahawks, Russell Wilson.
No kidding.
Yes.
Good trivia question. All right, Tyler Wilson in. This is going to be a line on Anthony Morton. He got rocked tonight again. 1.2 innings pitched, 1 2/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Just didn't have command of his fastball at all.
Now to bat for the Mustangs, the catcher, number 10, Ryan Shea.
Oh.
That's going to bring Shea up.
And the runners on second and third are still his runners.
Yes.
So his line isn't closed yet. And it's interesting. The runs this inning are unearned because of that cue shot back to the mound.
Right, that error by Morton. First pitch by Tyler. First pitch is a strike.
So the catcher here, Ryan Shea, walked last time.
Tyler Wilson, second
Wow.
pitch. Base hit right up the middle. That's going to score maybe 1, maybe 2 runs. And throw in from center. Augie outs. Too late. 2-run scorer. Play at second. I think they got him. Out. That's going to end the inning mercifully.
That's going to close the book on Andrew Morton.
That ends it mercifully for Greenbrier Christian. 2 more runs score, and the Gators in big trouble, down 8-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning. We'll be right back. The Barber Pole Barbershop is proud to support the Greenbrier Christian Academy baseball team. The Barber Pole is a traditional barbershop located on the corner of Kempsville and Volvo Parkway. Their services include full-face shaves, beard trims, and all haircuts are finished with a straight-edge shave around the ears and the back of the neck. The Barber Pole has been serving the Greenbrier area for over 22 years. So stop in for your next haircut and make the Barber Pole Barbershop your haircut home. Go Gators!
Founded in 1983, Greenbrier Christian Academy is a private Christian school located in Chesapeake, Virginia, providing a Christian-centered, biblically based education for students preschool through 12th grade. They've got a pretty good baseball team, too. Batter up! Time for more Gator baseball on The Lighthouse and the John Fredericks Show app.
Well, it's good to have you back.
Yes.
Setting the stage here. We're going to the bottom of the second inning and a beautiful night in Chesapeake at Lavelle Field in Gatorland, where Bishop McNamara has jumped on the Gators here on the road, coming from basically the Washington, D.C. area, the Maryland, D.C. area. 8-0. Bishop McNamara. This is the number 2 team, the Gators, in the state of Virginia.
Right field number 18,
Yes,
Ryland Brown.
I mean, Bishop McNamara have been aggressive.
They play great baseball.
Let's see.
You got to that.
All
Coach has done a nice job. All right,
8 runs have
leading
been
off
scored 1 through 5. So the top of the order been doing their job.
Leading off, Ryland Brown. First pitch by Donovan Freyer outside. That's going to be 1-0. This is inning bottom of the second here, down 8-0. The Gators need to get something going.
Ryland Brown hit 263 on the season.
Left-handed pitcher Freyer wheels, deals, and outside. So falling behind Brown 2-0. Now, if I know Ryland Brown, he's looking fastball here. He didn't get the last time he was 2-0. Inskeep got a curveball, and this one just outside fastball missed.
And the
3-0 to Brown.
Interesting about Inskeep at bat was when he was pitched outside, he didn't try to pull it. He just went with the pitch, got a base hit to right field. All right, so there's a 4-pitch walk.
That's going to put Brown on first base.
That's back for the Gators. The second baseman, number 3, James McGrady.
He's hitting 308 on the season and a sophomore.
McGrady, the second baseman, sophomore, class of 2021, middle infielder. He's a 2-year varsity starter at second base for Coach Nichols and the Gators. And Brown at first base, nobody outs. Freyer throw over to first, late, back. And McGrady arrived at Greenbrier to start his freshman year after moving to Virginia from Connecticut. So I guess you could call him a Northerner, right?
New Englander. Yep.
And he's also a Boston Red Sox fan, much to my chagrin. It's the hated Red Sox. I hate the Red Sox.
It looks like he likes
I got to
all
deal
of
with all these.
Boston. Patriots,
what is it with these Red Sox fan here?
I don't know.
They drive me nuts.
Yes.
I'm an Astro fan, as you know, and I hate everybody else. All right, pitch to McGrady, high and away.
So were you an Astros fan when they were in the National League?
Yep, 50 years,
Okay,
Astros
all
fan,
right.
ever since they were the Colt 45s.
Fives.
Jimmy Wynn, Larry Durker, Joe Morgan, Bob Aspromani, Bob Arbicht, Denny LeMaster, blast from the past. Freyer delivers, and right down the middle.
And then
McGrady, look, down 8-0, 1-0, and 5 balls in a row by Freyer. McGrady's got to take that pitch. Right now, GCA needs base runners, but you can't get 8 runs back at once.
Right.
1-1, throw it to first. James, nothing there. James began playing baseball at age 6 in Louisville, Kentucky, and continued after moving to the Northeast. He played for Team Connecticut Baseball.
All right.
So he's been around. And Freuer's pitch is fouled off right side. And looks like the right fielder chasing, but gets it. Nice play by right fielder Peterson.
Jeez.
Long run.
That's back for the Gators, the catcher, number 8, Gavin Younts.
This is absolutely sound fundamental baseball. I mean, Peterson, the right fielder, got a great jump on that. And there's a big foul territory here at Lavelle Field, and he just ran it down 20 feet in foul territory. First pitch to Gavin Younts popped up, and they're running again, looking for that ball. Again made by Peterson in foul territory, right-hand side. So Peterson, 2 plays in a row. He's got speed, and he got over there, and he gets great jumps on the ball. 2 outs.
Now to bat for the Gators, the designated hitter, number 4, Charlie Zimmerman.
All right, Zimmerman, the DH, in for Morton, or now for
Tyler Wilson.
And
Charlie Zimmerman on the year, not a regular player. He's 2 for 4, so he is hitting 500. But here we are, 10 games into the season, only 4 at bats.
Swung on and missed by Zimmerman. 0-1. One thing about Donovan Freud tonight, he's getting ahead of hitters. 8-0.
Well, 8-0.
Bishop McNamara. And steal attempt, and that is safe. Ryland Brown. Now that shocked me. Right, down 8-0.
Right.
2 outs, and I guess Coach's thinking is, Nichols' thinking is, look, I got 2 outs. I got to get a run here. I got to get on the board. Take a shot.
And with Ryland's speed, let me see if the catcher throws it in center,
It's going to put Brown on second, 2 outs, up ball fouled off. By Zimmerman.
It is a good thing for Greenbrier Christian to play out-of-state teams, because if they're better than Greenbrier, then it challenges Greenbrier as they continue on for the VIS AA championship.
Well, that's a good way to put a good spin on what so far is a debacle.
Wow.
Stepping out is Zimmerman.
I try to look for all the positives.
Yeah, the positive is the Gators are down 8-zip, two outs in the bottom of the second, and Ronald Brown on second. Zimmerman down 0-2 in the count. Donovan's delivery is fly ball. It looks like it's going to be straight up. Second baseman's got a beat on it. Wilson, he comes over and grabs it. That's going to be it.
Okay.
End of the second inning. They got 1 walk, and that's it. 3 pop-ups off of Donovan Freuer. End of 2 here in Gatorland. Bishop McNamara, 8. Gators, nothing. Yes, Parker, get well.
The pitcher, number 19, Donovan Freuer.
And Parker, that's your father here, the announcer, as you're listening to the game. Tyler played first base, third base, catcher on JV, and first pitch hitting. That is going to be a base hit.
The pitcher's helping himself.
That's Donovan Freuer getting a base hit there. Line drive over second base. And once again, I tell you what, Bishop McNamara getting the first guy, getting the first batter on.
Second baseman, number 7, Josh Wilson.
And let's give a plug that you archive the games. So
yes,
Parker could not be listening tonight, but if he does listen to the archive game, he'll hear the shout out.
That's right. He can listen to the archive game after the Duke game. Everybody's got Duke. If they get beat tonight, like every bracket is done, including mine. And that's a bunt right down the first base line, and it rolls just foul.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Ott letting it roll, and then almost had a heart attack as a ball looked like it was going to stay fair. Just at the last minute, punched foul.
That's how that ball was rolling. If you're Ott, do you just pick it up, get the out?
I'd have picked it up.
Yeah, I would have picked it up.
He was playing with fire.
Too.
He lucked out. 0-1, the count to Josh Wilson, second baseman. And Tyler, nice curveball. Wilson drops a curve in there for a call strike, gets ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss on a fastball, and that's it. Wilson goes down swinging.
So here's the number 9 hitter that came into this game, hit 476 on the season.
Number 1, Jalen Watson.
I know you got a number 9 hitter hitting 426 after 10 games.
Right.
He's your. He is. What's he? The DH?
Yeah. No.
And they try to feel that ball bounced up there. Just not a good throw. Normally,
Bishop McNamara
they get a stolen base.
Is not sitting on this 8-0 lead.
No, they're very aggressive. So that's going to be a stolen base for the pitcher, Donovan Freyer. Jalen Watson bunts it foul.
You know, I was hoping that they would leave on Friday morning. So
they'd be a little tired. Right? Yeah.
You know,
well, they're pretty smart. They left last night. 1-1. Wilson struck out. So Jalen Watson up the center fielder, the 400 number 8 hitter. 1-1 pitch from Tyler is inside, breaking ball. Didn't really break, landed inside. Wilson from the stretch, right-handed pitcher to right-handed batter to Watson. And nice curveball right to Inskip at third base, over to Ott, gets the out there. And that's going to be the second out.
Nice play by JT. Check the runner back to second base, throw across the field, get an out.
Now stepping in for the Mustangs, third baseman, number 9, Ian Cawthorn.
So now here's the top of the order, but thankfully they come up with 2 outs.
I know, right? So Tyler Wilson getting that ground out. Ian Cawthorn is third at bat. Hit by pitch and hit into a force out. Ground ball gobbled up by Nick Britt, the first. Got him! Just got him. Nice throw. Nick Britt charging that ball. That's why he's a D1 commit to William and Mary, over to Ott and the stretch, and just got him. And that's going to end the inning. Finally, the Gators get Bishop McNamara out of an inning. You're on the John Fredericks Radio Network. We're at Gator Field. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
You're listening to Greenbrier Gators Baseball on the Lighthouse. Take the game wherever you go with the John Fredericks Show app. In your app store, search John Fredericks Show and listen on the go.
Ponder this. We Catholics have many devotions that most people simply do not understand. One of the common Catholic devotions is the Rosary. You know, that seemingly repetitive prayer prayed on beads that has 53 Hail Marys, 6 Our Fathers, and a few other prayers sprinkled in. There are many misunderstandings with this popular devotion. One is that it is a repetitive prayer void of meaning. However, this is far from the truth. Did you know that the Rosary is the prayer of the Gospel? Each decade is a meditation on a particular aspect in the life of Christ. As each mystery of the Rosary is prayed, your mind is drawn to Christ, His life, and His love for you. If you pray the Rosary daily, the Word of God will speak to you and penetrate your heart. The Rosary is a prayer for everyone who desires to deepen their spiritual life. It's not simply a Catholic thing. Explore the hidden treasure of this powerful devotion and watch your world change forever. Try praying the Rosary daily. I'm Susie Kelly, and this Powerful Moment is brought to you by Catholic Passion Ministries. If you want to share this moment with others, visit the media tab at catholicpassion.org.
When you sponsor Greenbrier Baseball on the Lighthouse, everything above broadcast costs goes directly to the baseball program. It's a real win-win situation. Time for the next pitch. It's Gators Baseball on the Lighthouse, WPMH, AM 1010, 100.1 FM.
All right, the Gators, bottom of the third inning. Here's the line. Bishop McNamara jumping out to an 8-0 lead, 4 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second. And the Gators looking to get something on the board. Chris Harrell leading it off.
Hitting 174 on the season.
Not off to a good start. Donovan Freyer, left-handed pitcher for Bishop McNamara Mustangs. 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. No runs, so far a 1-hitter. GCA needs some base runners right now. First pitch right in there, strike 1. Cold strike, 0-1 to Harrell.
Now, when I gave that shout-out to Parker, he's
sir.
probably not listening because his brother Connor is on the number 1 team, Christopher Newport Baseball, and they had an afternoon game. So maybe Parker's watching his older brother.
All right, ball hit to second base, up quickly. Wilson over to first. Mamano, and that's going to be it. A 4-3 out to first base.
Back up to the top
Harrell.
of the order.
Now stepping in for the Gators, the shortstop, number 5, Nick Britt.
All right, Nick back up. What did he do his first at bat?
He struck out. That's
right?
where he thought he checked his swing. They appealed, and the base umpire rung him up.
That was the call, strike 3.
Yep.
Nick Britt looking for a hit, get something started for the Gators. Froyer, first pitch, and that is center field. Looks like a can of corn, and under it and grabbing it is Watson, the center fielder, for the second out. 2 quick outs for Greenbrier Christian. Not what they were looking for in the third inning.
Two outs, 3 pitches.
21, J.T. Inskeep.
Froyer right now looking very, very good.
Austin Younts hitting.
Here we are, 2 2.2 innings, and Froyer's only thrown 27 pitches, 15 of them strikes. First pitch to Younts. First pitch to Augie. His name is awesome, but nickname Augie Younts. And he's in center field tonight.
He's a sophomore, isn't he?
Yes. And his brother, Grand Slam Younts, is a senior. Gavin, yes. Next pitch swung on, missed. 0-2. Strikeout here. This is going to be a monster inning for Donovan Froyer.
Well,
0-2,
when
Younts.
you're up 8-0, I mean, throw strikes.
That's right. Throw strikes.
Let your fielders field. I mean, there's no reason to hit corners, you know.
Just throw the ball over the plate.
I mean, last time I checked, there's not an 8-run home run, so you got plenty of.
Well, if GCA is going to get back in this game, they have got to get some base runners and be patient. And you're right, 8-0. You got to hold the other team and just chip away and get a couple here and a couple there and get back in it. 0-2 pitch from Foy, the left-hander, fouled straight back by Augie Younts. Stays at 0-2.
So Prep Baseball Report covers Virginia, D.C., but since Bishop McNamara is technically in Maryland,
they don't
Prep
do
Baseball
Maryland.
Report of Maryland covers them.
And delivery popped up foul again right behind the booth. He's gunning for Rags.
I did reach out.
John Fredericks here with Mark Ragsdale. That ball is, the next foul ball is going right to Ragsdale.
Well, I'll be ready.
I know you are. You got your hat,
yes.
Gators hat. You're ready to go, Rags.
And my dad's retired Coast Guard. Their slogan was Semper Paratus, always ready.
0-2 delivery. Swung on, pop foul again. Every pop foul is getting just a little closer to Rags here. You're gonna nab one. You're gonna give me a game ball.
You know, you think they still have return the foul ball to the concession stand, get a free drink? You know, is that still out there? Or am I showing my age?
You're showing your age, Ragsdale. 0-2 pitch to Younts. Here it comes. And fouled back again. That one's aiming for your heads, Rags.
All right. Let's see. So this is the seventh pitch.
I know. If there's anything Younts has done, is it's driven up Donovan Froyer's pitch count a little bit, but he's yet to throw a ball at this at bat. 0-2 pitch again. That ball bounces in the dirt and gets away. See, just when we said it, he throws the ball.
Right. Well, with no runners on,
called the jinx.
You know, you can do a waste pitch. It looks like they're on the third base side. It looks like a good amount of Bishop McNamara parents made the ride.
They came down, and they're probably listening to us on the radio right now.
Well, I would hope so.
1-2 pitch from Froyer to Younts. Nobody on, 2 outs. Outside 2-2. Froyer looking for the call. Wasn't there. That was a ball.
Any way to check our ratings for our first show?
Ratings are high. Oh, they're high. They're off the charts.
All right.
Anytime I'm on the air, they're off the charts because of my burgeoning fan base all over America.
Well, I know that
that ball's popped up, and first baseman Mano calls it and gets it in foul territory. 3 foul pop-ups for Greenbrier Christian. What a brutal inning that was. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're through 3 here at Lavelle Field in Gatorland. The Gators taking it on the chin, 8-zip Bishop McNamara.
Back for the Mustangs, left fielder number 6, Brandon Baker.
And that's going to bring Baker up. Tyler Wilson still in for the Gators. And first pitch to Baker is grounded to shortstop, booted by Britt, recovers, throws it, safe. That ball rolled up Britt's sleeve. That's going to be E6.
Hey,
and
John.
that's going to put Miller. Who is it? Baker on first base. Second time Baker's been on an error.
Down to bat, the designated hitter, number 0, Joe Quelch.
You know, this shows how long my wife and I have known the Clark family. Parker Clark just texted me saying thanks for the shout out. He is listening.
He is listening.
Yes.
There you go. First pitch. Third base, Inskeep's got it. He's going to go for 2.
Got the lead runner.
Grady got the lead runner, but safe at first. That's going to get 1 out. So they get Quelch
now
on the force out.
Here's the guy that's been killing the Gators.
Mamano.
He's got 4 RBIs.
Now to bat, the first baseman, number 11, Jared Mamano.
Mamano, first at bat, bases loaded, nobody out. Hit a double in the gap, scored 3 runs. Second at bat was a killer. Second and third, 2 outs. And he hit a single to left field, 2 RBIs. He got 5 RBIs on the day. First pitch by Wilson, curveball strike. Inside corner 0-1.
Now, Tyler Wilson has pitched well, but when you're a relief pitcher, you're looking at the inherited runner scored. And with that first hit that he gave up,
second pitch low.
Coming in at a 6-0 game, that first hitter that he faced.
First hitter, yep.
Got a base
Mamano
hit.
got the base hit, scored 2. Both of those runs charged to Anthony Morton, who had a horrific outing.
But
8-0 Bishop McNamara. Tyler Wilson on the mound.
Stopping the bleeding, and the Gators just need to get their bats going.
Okay, Mamano fouls it off. 1-2.
So Wilson here's ahead of the account.
Wilson from the stretch, runner on first. Curveball. Popped foul down the third baseline. And Wilson stays ahead in the count 1-2.
So, yeah, Morton, 46 pitches.
Only 4 earned runs because of that error that he made.
Right.
Throw to first late. Ott puts a tag on him, not close. Wilson, 1-2. And Quelch on first base for Bishop McNamara, 1 out. 1-2 pitch coming, and that ball looks like it's in the gap, running over Harrell. Can he get it? No, it falls in for a base hit. Harrell coming over very quickly from left field, and that ball falls in for a base hit. Hit on the nose. Harrell tried to get there, couldn't get it. In between Harrell and Younts, left center, and that's going to fall for a base hit for Mamano.
Now stepping in for the Mustangs,
the one-man wrecking
number
crew.
2, Nick Miller.
Wow, he's 3 for 3.
Mamano 3 for 3 in the day. Miller's had 2 pretty good at-bats. First and second now. Mustangs, Wilson, way outside, ball 1.
He moved the runners over in the first at-bat, hitting it to the right side. Last at-bat, he had an RBI base hit. I tell you what, these guys, they can hit. I mean, I don't know if Atlantic Shores is out here.
Wilson's next pitch here. And fastball, that is a tweener. Nick Britt can't get it. That's going to go to left field for a base hit. Harrell up with it. Holds the runners at third, 1 base only. Harrell got to that quickly. That ball just hit off the the handle, but getting through. That's a base hit. It's going to load him up.
This is interesting here. We're down 8 runs here in the top of the 4th.
Now to bat, catcher number 10, Ryan Shea.
That's going to bring up Ryan Shea.
We need a double play right here.
Their catcher, 1 out. Bases juiced. This is the game right here. They get another 2 or 3 runs. This thing is over. Wilson's first pitch. Curveball, strike 1, inside corner. Nice pitch by Wilson. Gets ahead. He desperately needs a strikeout, pop-up, double play.
Double play would be nice.
The Gators bring the infield in. Inskeep in on the grass. Second pitch, curveball, swung on, fouled off. Gets away from Younts, 0-2. That's exactly what Wilson needed. This is a big out right here, Ragsdale.
Right.
8-0. I mean, you get a couple guys on, somebody hits it out, maybe you're back in the game. You get down 10-0, you're looking at being mercied.
Yeah, well, a 7-inning ball game here,
it gets
you
tough.
either go 4.5 or 5 full, so, but we do need
a
a double play or an out. Yes.
Wilson from the stretch, bases loaded, delivers. Oh, curveball just missed inside. Nice pitch. Nice 0-2 pitch right there. 3 curveballs in a row by Wilson, Rags.
Yes, let's see. This guy here is 1 for 1 with a walk and 2 RBIs.
Wilson delivers and fouled again.
You definitely don't want to make a mistake here because he was the first batter that Tyler Wilson faced last time up.
Ryan Shee, the catcher, 1-2 count, bases loaded, 1 out. Bishop McNamara already ahead 8-0. Here's the pitch from Wilson, and it is hammered, caught by Nick Britt, dropped by Nick Britt, but he's going to get throw home. It goes over the head of Younts. What a nightmare play that was for the Gators right there. What a disaster. All right, so on that line drive, what they've called is he dropped it on the exchange, right?
Right.
He dropped it on the exchange, going for the double play at second base, so he gets the out.
Yep.
And then I don't think Nick was aware that he caught the ball, that it was an out. So he did the right thing in trying to go home. But then they're saying, now what Nichols is saying is that
the runner at second didn't tag at first.
Right.
Now about the pitcher, number 19, Donovan Freyer.
But they're not doing anything about it.
Oh, they're thinking that nobody tagged up.
I guess they're saying the runner third tagged up who scored, 1 out, and Ryan C., 2-strike count, lined a shot on a rope, on a line to
and it was
Britt
caught
at shortstop. And I guess the ruling is Britt caught it, and in the exchange, in trying to get his ball out of the mitt to throw it at second base, dropped it.
Double play.
Right, so he's trying to get the double play, but they did call the out. Then what Nick Britt did is he wasn't aware that they had called the out, so he wasn't sure. So the runner on third had just held up because he thought it was a line drive. If he drops it, then you're going to go home, right? So he throws the ball home, but it goes over the head of Younts, which then
everybody advances.
Everybody advances, and that's how they got the 9th run. What Nichols is saying is if you ruled it a catch, then in order to move up from third, right, it would have to be
from second to first.
From
the
any
trail
position.
Runners supposedly didn't tag up. That's what we were.
But they don't have to tag up when he threw the ball over the head of the catcher.
Well, it was caught as a line drive.
Yeah, but he still threw the ball over the head of Younts, so then anybody can move. So the only doubt would be the runner on third base. But even him going home, it doesn't matter because the ball was thrown over the head. So I don't think Nichols is going to win this argument. And quite frankly, the Gators are lucky they got the 1 out because that easily could have been ruled an error.
And the third base coach putting some discipline in his kids. I mean, the Bishop McNamara is pumped up, but third base coach just looked in the dugout, told him to stop a little bit, extra cheering.
What? All right, so there are 2 outs. Let's just set
none
the
of
stage.
the appeals worked.
2 outs. Appeals didn't work. Second and third, Bishop McNamara. Charlotte Wilson still on the mound. Donovan Freyer's up, the pitcher. Ball inside, ball 2. 2-0. So the Mustangs get another run. They got a crooked 9 on the board, 3 field goals. Now, this is a big out here because second and third, 2 outs. And Freyer the batter.
So this is the pitcher, and he's definitely shut us down. He's only given up 1 hit here in 3 innings of work, and on the
and he's got a base hit, 2-0 pitch inside low, 3-0.
And he executed a safety squeeze first time up.
Yeah, the safety squeeze, and then he had a solid single, so he's 1 for 1.
Yep.
For the hitter, 3-0. He's going to be taken all the way right here. And fastball. No, he swings away and fouls it off right side.
When you're up 9-0, you can have the green light.
Swing the bat. I figured you'd want to load the bases, but I guess with 2 outs, he lets them swing. 3-1 now. Wilson needs this out big time. Keep the Gators in the game. Here's a pitch. Outside ball 4. Freyer draws the walk.
Let's see. Looks like nothing stirring there in the Greenbrier bullpen. And, we got a pinch hitter up.
Now hitting number 5, Mike Scott.
So it looks like
Isn't
we got
that a name for a former Astros pitcher?
former
there,
Astros,
John?
one of the best pitchers with the best seasons we ever had, 1986. That is number 5, Mike Scott, and he is coming into pinch hit for
Josh Wilson, who was
Wilson.
0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And the 86 Astros could not get by my Mets.
You're not going to bring that up now, are you?
No, we'll get back to the game.
Yeah, we're not going to bring that up. That nightmare 86 where we blew five leads in 4 games.
And that 16-inning game 6.
Yeah, and then the Astros almost came back with 2 outs, and Jesse Orozco had to strike out Bass with bases full. Anyway, don't remind me of that stuff, okay?
Hey.
And foul. It's like down the left-hand line, and Harrell's over.
Chris Harrell with the
makes
catch.
the catch. That's going to be the 3rd out. Big out.
The Gators need some runs here.
They need some runs, big time.
Out to bat for the
Friends,
Gators.
just
Third
relax.
baseman, number 21.
So here we have a
JT
senior, JT Enskeep. He's got the only hit in the game. Hopefully he'll start a rally here.
Bottom 4, Greenbrier Christian trailing Bishop McNamara at home 9-0. First pitch to Inkeep by Froyer's high. This is an inning, bottom 4, down 9-0. If you're seriously going to get back in this game, you need to get 3-4 runs, and you need to get Froyer's pitch count up and get him out of the game. Froyer from the left side, next pitch, Inkeep takes it outside 2-0.
Yeah, this is, going back to when we talked about rankings and everything. I mean, high school baseball, not everybody plays everybody, so it's hard to see who's
Inkeep
goes with the
lines
pitch
it
again.
with the pitch right field. It's going to be over the head of the right fielder. Inkeep going to second and stands
All
up
right.
there.
Lead off double.
With a stand-up double over the right fielder's head. Peterson got a good jump on it, but Inkeep hammering that ball, going with it to right field on a rope over the head of the right fielder Peterson, which is going to put Inkeep with a leadoff double, just what the Gators needed to get started.
Yep.
Out to bat for the Gators, the first baseman, number 24, Ethan Ott.
And Ethan Ott here has been in every game, 10 games, and so coming into this game hitting over 500, I mean, we need his hot bat here to get us on the board.
Ethan Ott, red hot for the Gators. Pitch, curveball, strike 1. Called strike. Ott not looking for that on the first pitch. And Froyer going with the breaking pitch to start off Ott 0-1. And Froyer with the pitch, Ott fouls it over. He's in the hole 0-2. (9-0). Bishop McNamara, bottom of the 4th here at Lavelle Field in Chesapeake.
Top of the first, they scored 4. Top of the second, scored 4 more. A 0 in the 3rd, and then 1 in the 4th.
0-2 pitch to Ott.
See if the Gators can get on the board here this inning.
Right up the middle, that's going to sneak through for a base hit, hits the bag, and goes up for a base hit. Inkeep racing home, picked up by the shortstop Miller, and nothing doing. That's going to be a base hit for Ott and an RBI. And the Gators get on the board. 9-1, Ethan Ott, another RBI.
And you need some things to bounce your way. I mean, that was a clean single, but when it hit
the right fielder, number 18, Ryland Brown.
When it hit the bag, you knew that was enough to get JT and get on the board.
All right, that's going to bring up Ryland Brown. Walked his last time up, and no outs. This is what the Gators need. They need a couple errors. They need a couple walks. They need to get some guys on, and they need to get Donovan Froyer out of the game because he's been dominant so far tonight. Froyer's first pitch to Ronald Brown, swung on balls outside, had Ronald Brown chasing 3 straight batters now. Froyer started off with curveballs.
Now, Bishop McNamara has hit, but the Gators certainly haven't helped themselves with 3 errors.
That's not ever helpful in a game like this. 0-2 pitch, high. 1-2. Brown in the hole, lays off that one. He floated. That was interesting. Froyer floating in an 0-2 changeup, but he placed it high and outside, looking for maybe a pop-up. Fastball. That ball is lined to left field, and it's going to be caught. Nice play by the center fielder, Watson. Watson got a good jump on that. They have speed in the outfield, and that's going to be the first out.
When second baseman, number 3, James McGrady.
When you're up 8 runs, you can be aggressive with your pitches. I mean, you can throw a fat pitch right down the middle. Okay, hitter, let's hit it. He's
not going to walk anybody. That brings up McGrady.
And even if he gives up a home run, I mean, he still have some runs to play with.
First base. First pitch to McGrady outside.
Now, McGrady hit it to foul area right field last time, and Peterson made a nice catch.
1-0, and that's low.
On this nice evening, I'll certainly say that for both sides, it's definitely a good crowd out here.
9-1, bottom 4, Gators at bat. McGrady up 2-0, and Freuer left-hand side. Going to throw a lazy throw over to first base. And Memano reeling it in, but nothing there.
Ethan Ott, cleanup hitter.
He's not going to steal.
Yeah.
Not down 9-1. Pitch to McGrady is fouled. Woo! Almost took out first base coach Younts. Younts on first base, the first base coach, showing a little athleticism, right? Back from his Norfolk State days.
Right, that's right.
2-1 to James McGrady, who really needs a hit here. Not him personally, but for the team. He's got plenty of hits. And Freuer waits too long.
Oh, the dugout, the Gators are certainly rooting their teammates on. I mean, down
they got to run. They got a little action going down there.
I mean, it's not over until it's over.
Ott leads off first base. McGrady waiting. Freuer sets. Waits, delivers. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Wilson boots it. That's what the Gators needed right there. Sorry about Bishop McNamara, but I tell you what, that's what the Gators needed. And that was a tailor-made double play ball right there. Right. That was going to be the end of the inning. Instead, Gators get a break.
And the old saying of when a new fielder comes in, that first half inning, the ball will find you 98% of the time.
Baseball gods.
Yes.
Now to bat for the Gators, the catcher, number 8, Gavin Younts.
Swing and a miss by Gavin Younts. All right, 1-1.
So Gavin here is definitely a dangerous hitter. He can definitely change the score here in one swing of the bat.
Gators first and second, 1 out on the error. Younts takes it outside, 2-1. Now this is, look, when you get a break like this, if you follow GCA Pat Nichols baseball, this is where the Gators have to jump on this error because really Bishop McNamara should be out of the inning. That was a tailor-made double play ball. 2-1 pitch to Younts. Freuer not rattled, and that's going to be outside again. 3-1, way outside.
Let's see if anybody's stirring there in the Bishop McNamara bullpen.
Not that I can see. No action. Here's going to be the 3-1 pitch now to Grand Slam Gavin Younts. And Freuer sets, first and second, 1 out. That ball is going to be popped up.
Just
popped up, and looks like the left fielder, shortstop, has got that. Miller goes out and takes that. Younts pops out. Big out for Bishop McNamara.
Let's see, first and second and 1 out. That was infield fly.
Now to bat for the Gators, the designated hitter, number 4, Charlie Zimmerman.
And Charlie Zimmerman, like we said before, he's 2 for 5 on the season. So
big hit here for Zimmerman. He really needs one to get the Gators back in this game. Freuer sets, runners at first and second, and delivers outside ball 1.
So let's see here.
See, even at that at bat, Freuler falls behind 3-1. I mean, he's walked, I think, one batter tonight, and that was Ronald Brown.
Yeah, I think Gavin wanted to try to make this, hit the gap or maybe even go deep.
Yeah, got under it.
Yep.
Swing and a miss on a fastball.
So
by Zimmerman. So Zimmerman 1-1 count, first and second. Gators on. We got first and second, 2 outs. Zimmerman 1-1. Donovan Freuler sets, looks, delivers outside and high, ball 2.
Let's see. Bishop McNamara now has their bullpen going.
Yeah, we see a couple people stirring down there.
Yep.
Donovan's pitch count here, getting up a little bit. 57 pitches now, and that ball fastball low. 3-1.
See, number 27 for Bishop McNamara is John Roddenhaver. Roddenhaver. Wow, that's
Roddenhaver.
I'm not very good on pronouncing big words.
3-1 delivery to Zimmerman, and Zimmerman lines it in the gap. It's going to fall. It's in there.
Yeah.
Harris Watson's going to roll all the way to the wall. Peterson over. That's going to score 2 runs. A huge 2-out, 2-run double
by Charlie Zimmerman.
Great job, Charlie, right there. 3-1 pitch. He got a hold of a fastball. He hit it right in the gap. Jay Watson, the center fielder for Bishop McNamara, laying out on that one. Ragsy laid out, full layout, just missed it. I mean, he got a good jump on it, but that ball was a rope by Zimmerman.
Gators, the left fielder, number 10, Chris Harrell.
9-3, the Gators getting a field goal.
Yep.
And Chris Harrell up with a chance for another RBI.
So that was huge. I mean, that's the
huge
number
hit by
8
Zimmerman
hitter
and good
in the lineup.
Good for Charlie. He got the start tonight, and for Pat Nichols and his team, he delivers in a key situation. Zimmerman on second base, playing cat and mouse with Miller, the shortstop.
And nice for Coach Nichols staying with Zimmerman. I mean,
didn't pitch hit for him.
Yes,
key situation, show confidence in him, and Zimmerman delivered, and that ball was smoked.
Yes.
Right side, right in between, and their center fielder.
So we got
Watson laid out for it, but he couldn't.
Roddenhaven warming up in Bishop McNamara's. So we made that big error, take advantage.
Yep.
Led to 2 runs. Now it's 9-3.
Harrell 1-0 count. Looking for the second pitch here. Delivery is ground ball to second baseman. And Wilson up with that over to Mamana with first base. That's going to be the 3rd out. And we're through 4 here at Lavelle Field in Gatorland in Chesapeake. Bishop McNamara Mustangs 9. Your Chesapeake GCA Gators 3. We'll be right back.
Good junk, bad junk. Old electronics, computers, cables in a box laying around. What's to be done? Fortunately, Providence Computers in Chesapeake is your 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily drop-off location for recycling all such stuff. We even appraise and purchase the newer items for hard, cold cash. Providence Computers is located at 473 Kempsell Road in Chesapeake, behind Wawa and next to Walmart. If it's your home or business, we welcome the chance to partner with you to recycle sensibly. Call us today, 382-7768, and see us at providencecomputers.com.
Founded in 1983, Greenbrier Christian Academy is a private Christian school located in Chesapeake, Virginia, providing a Christian-centered, biblically based education for students preschool through 12th grade. They've got a pretty good baseball team, too. Batter up. Time for more Gator baseball on The Lighthouse and the John Fredericks Show app.
Tyler Wilson still in for the Gators. And we got to have a bunt right down the right-hand side. Inskeep scoops and smokes him out. Nice play by JT Inskeep, charging it right there at third base and throwing out Jalen Watson, their center fielder, who laid out for that double, by the way. Gave 100% effort on that 1 out.
Now they're
batting for the Mustangs.
Now they're at the top of the order.
Ian Cawthorn.
All right, Cawthorn started that big rally in the first inning with a hit by pitch. Wilson delivers, and nice curveball. Caught the corner, strike 1, looking. Wilson, another curveball. Spun it in there, not quite where he wanted it. And that's going to be a ball 1. 1-1 count to Cawthorn. And fastball outside by Wilson. Falls behind Cawthorn 2-1. Wilson delivers and popped up. And Ott giving way to second baseman James McGrady, who drops it. E4.
That is the fourth error there for GCA tonight.
Out to bat for the Mustangs, the left fielder, number 6, Brandon Baker.
All right, Baker's got on 2 consecutive errors.
Can't give any team, much less an out-of-town team, extra outs.
Yep. Curveball hits him in the helmet, got away from Wilson. And this is not what Greenbrier Christian needed. They got, I would say they're back in the game, but they showed a sign of life. They got that big hit down 9-3. They got a field goal, basically. And they get within striking distance. Now we got first and second. And first and second, 1 out on the bunt. Now, Nichols is complaining, Coach Nichols complaining to the ump because he said that he ducked his head into the ball. I think he's got an argument, Rags.
Well, I think so too, but with it being the head, looks like the home plate umpire.
All right, Wilson now has got to wiggle out of this jam. He's got to hit batsman and an error. First and second. 1 out.
And here the damage for Bishop McNamara has been the top of the order, and here we are at the number 3.
Deja vu, Rags?
Yes, and another old saying in the game of baseball, when you score, the hardest inning to shut down your opponent is the next half.
Fly ball, center field, Yount's going back, Yount's going back. It's over his head. That ball is over his head, and that's going to score 1 run. 1 run for Bishop McNamara. That was Ian Cawthorn coming around to score. And
designated hitter.
Augie Yount's had a beat on it, but it's just too far for him. He couldn't get there. They held Quoch to a single, and Baker stopped at third base. So now first and third, 1 out, but that's a 10 spot now for Bishop McNamara.
Now to bat the first baseman, number 11, Jared Mamano.
And this guy's been a one-man wrecking crew. He's 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs tonight.
3 for 3, 4 RBIs. Mamano, their first baseman. They haven't gotten him out. He had a double with the bases loaded. He got an RBI single in the second. He got a single in the third.
I didn't realize that the ball kept carrying.
It really carried on that ball.
Know.
Curveball, strike 1. Nice curveball. When Tyler's got to getting the curveball over, he's been tough. I mean, he's been starting people off with curveballs. He got that one over. A couple got away from him in the at bat with Baker.
Well, and
another curveball, inside strike 2. 2 beautiful curveballs by Wilson in a row, and he's got Jared Mamano 0-2 in a hole. Mamano, as you said, Rags, 3 for 3 on the night, 4 RBIs. He's been a beast.
And
Wilson sets, delivers. Another curveball, hits him. Oh, my goodness.
0-2.
0-2 curveball, and he hits Mamano. Unbelievable.
You have 4.
Unbelievable.
You have 4 errors. You have 3 hit batsmen, 2 of them with 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch. He throws him another curveball.
It's been a tough night for the Gators.
And he got over the top of it. Yeah, this is just a nightmare game right here.
Now to bat the shortstop, number 2, Nick Miller.
And also an interesting stat, when Bishop McNamara has had more than one of their top of the lineup hitters hitting, they've scored. You know, first inning, second inning, the fourth inning, and now here in the 5th inning.
His first pitch to Miller, who's got a single on the night, fouled back, 0-1. That was a backbreaker right there for Tyler Wilson. I mean, 0-2. He threw 2 beautiful curveballs, tried a third one, didn't get on top of it, hits Mamano. That loads the bases for 1 out. And Gavin Yountz wants to talk about it. And let's see what Pat Nichols is doing. He was going to come out, decided not to.
Now, has high school changed the rule on mound visits? Because college and professional have.
That is a great question. Somebody can text us. Hey, Parker, if you're out there, look that up for us and text it to Rags. You can be our statistician and researcher, because Rags and I have no earthly idea. Okay, here comes the Pat walk to the mound. That's that walk where it's not a good walk.
So that was just to give the reliever anybody
he's having
see.
a chat with him. And he's taking the baseball, and that's going to be it for Tyler Wilson tonight.
So the first 6 guys for Bishop McNamara, all 10 runs have scored for the top 6 of the lineup.
That is an unbelievable stat right there.
But
so who is coming in? It's going to be Gavin Whitehurst.
Gavin Whitehurst, freshman.
Down the mound for the Gators, number 26, Gavin Whitehurst.
Now, Gavin pitched last night. Pitched like an inning and one-third. Whitehurst, the freshman left-hander, part of the dynamic left-handed trio for the Gators. They have 3 freshman left-handers, all fire bowlers: Gavin Whitehurst, Bailey Metella, and Joseph Fredericks.
Yes, Gavin Whitehurst at inning and a third. And it looks like that they had a pitching staff night against Norfolk Christian.
Yeah, well, they Gavin came in with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and a left-handed batter up. He struck him out. And that really was the end of that game last night. It took Norfolk Christian out of it, and that was the end of that. So Gavin has been, so far, Coach Nichols. Gavin Whitehurst has been Coach Nichols' #1 reliever when he needs to get an out. Gavin has been the guy. Let's see what he does again tonight. But, again, he's part of this 3 left-handed freshman crew that all throws hard. They're all very tough to hit.
All right, so Bishop McNamara here has the bases loaded. Up 10-3. There is a count on the batter, 0-1.
0-1 count on the number. Nick Miller's up. He's had a single. Gavin's first pitch swung on and missed. So what happened is that Nichols had to give Gavin more time to warm up. He wanted Gavin to face Miller, the left-handed batter. Now he's got him in a hole 0-2. Next pitch, curveball, popped him up. That is center field. Augie Younts has got it. And that's going to be a sacrifice fly as Quelch comes in to score. That ball carried. I mean, I thought that was shallow center, and it carried to mid-center field. Ball hit far enough at an RBI for number 2, Nick Miller.
Now batting the catcher, number 10, Ryan Shea.
Bishop McNamara now 11, and the Gators 3. Ryan Shea, the batter. 2 outs. First and second. Whitehurst just trying to get out of this inning and get back on the bench. First pitch by Whitehurst, strike 1. Fastball. High and away, but he got the call. Just on the black. Left-hander Gavin Whitehurst. Like Fredericks and Metella, these 3 left-handers, they all work very quickly. Whitehurst looks in. 1-1. Kicks and goes. Curveball, pop foul. Whitehurst now ahead in the count, 1-2. I think we're going to get a fastball here. Now, Gavin, if he's on in the summer, I mean, he's low 80s, mid 80s. His fastball left-hander, he's got a 2-seamer and a 4-seamer. They move. Whitehurst ready and fouled off to the right-hand side. He got the fastball. Nice pitch.
So here's the number 6 hitter. And so far tonight, after the 6th hitter, they really don't do anything.
All right, Ryan Shea, and curveball doesn't get the call. Just missed high. That was a tough one to lay off. And a tough one, not the call, but must have been just over the letters to Shea. That's going to even the count at 2-2.
And it's where it crosses the plate, not where.
Whitehurst delivers, and looks like that is popped foul. Ott gives it a chase, nothing there. First base side goes over into the bleachers there. First and second, Bishop McNamara. Jared Mamano on first. Miller on second. And another foul pop down the right-hand line, right side. Chasing can't get there. Drops over the fence foul. Count stays at 2-2. Ethan Cawthorn on second base for McNamara, and Mamano on first base. Mamano getting the hit by pitch, and McNamara scoring this inning on the sac fly. 11-3 McNamara. Gavin delivers and got a fly ball hit deep in the gap, and giving chase is Harold. He's not going to get there. It's over his head. That's going to score 2 runs. Mamano went to score. Cawthorn hit to score. A 2-run stand-up, 2-out double for Ryan Shee, who got everything of that one. Harold left field giving it a chase, but a rope out there, and that ball carried. And that is going to be 13-3 in the top of the 5th. 13-3 Bishop McNamara.
Pitcher number 19, Donovan Frayer.
Whitehurst had 2 strikes on him. He just couldn't get there. Shea waiting. He was waiting on that fastball. You know, there's a curveball strike from Whitehurst. You know, he got a couple curveballs. He just fouled them off. They fight these curveballs off. They wait for the dead red, and then they nail it. There's another one. Pop fly, but that's going to be to second baseman McGrady. He reels it in, and that's going to be the end of the inning. But 4 runs for Bishop McNamara. They're about to put this game away. 13-3, bottom 5. Bishop McNamara with a 10-run lead. Now we're in mercy rule land. If Greenbrier doesn't get a run,
needs at least 1 run to stay in the game.
Get another 2 innings. You never know what happens.
Yeah.
You got to get 2 innings.
Now back for the Gators. The shortstop, number 5, Nick Britt.
All right, so the Gators here at the top of the order here in the bottom half of the 5th inning and need at least 1 run to stay in this game.
Or a 10 spot.
Well, yes.
John Rodenhaver, right-hander. Nick Britt, top of the order. We need some runs, Gators.
I'd probably just say John R.
Let's get a 5 spot right here. First pitch, ball 1.
And when you're down 10, you don't want to swing at the first pitch.
We need a 5 spot here, Nicky. Nick fouls it off. And Nick Britt flies one. It's going to go into the corner, left-hand side. And Britt in with a stand-up double.
All right.
That's what we need to get.
That's a good start.
Started off, Nick Britt with a stand-up double. Baker giving chase on the left-hand side with that ball dropping in. Hit pretty far, that was probably about 300 feet.
Out to bat the center fielder, number 23, Austin Younts.
All right, so Nick Britt starting things off with a double. Augie Younts coming up. Rodenhaver on the mound, right-handed pitcher from the set. And curveball, catch the outside corner, strike 1.
You know, another frustrating thing, John, about the top half of the 5th inning, that rally started with an error.
It started with an error. It started with an error.
1-out error.
McGrady, right? I mean,
yep,
that's all those runs unearned. Next pitch, high, fastball. So here's what we've seen so far from Rodenhaver. He's got a very nice breaking ball. Fastball, not much right now, maybe mid-70s. Rodenhaver, wheels, curveball, high. 2-1. Now, if he can't get his curveball over it, he's got to start to come in with that fastball, which right now, Rags, looks flat to me. The Gators are going to have a field day.
Yes. Yes, and Parker is still listening.
2-1 pitch, fastball fouled off. That ball right there. Dead red, right down the middle. And I tell you what, Augie knows it. He knows he missed that pitch. That's the best pitch he's going to get in this at bat. 2-2.
And it looks like that high school didn't change the rule on mound visits.
Thank you, Parker. Rodenhaver sets, looks, delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Stayed away.
Fastball outside. Ball's up and away, but you got 2 strikes. You're not going to stand there.
Now to bat the third baseman, number 21, J.T. Inskeep.
Like I said, in that at bat, that was not a good at bat for Younts because He got one fastball, dead red, that was predictable. Right down the middle, he missed it. And that was the end of his at-bat. And that's going to bring up Inskeep. They need one run to stay alive. Nick Britt on second. He doubled to lead the inning off. And Roddenhaver getting ahead, 0-1. Inskeep stands in. Roddenhaver delivers curveball way outside. Evening the count, 1-1. The line on Donovan Freuer, 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Good outing for Freuer. Next pitch, curveball in the dirt. That gets away, and Nick Britt's going to go to third base. Now Inskeep's got a runner on third. He's got Britt on third, 1 out. Now the way this works in high school baseball, it's 13-3. Bishop McNamara, bottom of the third inning. The Gators need to score at least 1 run or the game is over. And they've got 1 out. Nick Britt on third, and their best hitter up in Inskeep with a 2-1 count outside, ball 3.
Kind of interesting that they're still staying away with JT Inskeep because his both at bats they have stayed away, but he's just gone with the pitch.
Well I'm surprised he took Freuer out too. He only had 62 pitches. Next pitch swung and missed. Now that was Roddenhaver's fastball, and he put a little giddy up on that. It was a little sneaky fast.
You know that
his pitch, curveball, swung on and missed, strike 3.
The coach's thinking is probably the bottom of the 5th. You have the top of the order coming up for a third time, and why not get
a new look?
Yeah,
makes sense.
Get a fresh look.
Now it's back for the Gators.
All right, so it's all up to Ethan.
Yep, if Ethan doesn't get a hit here, this game's over, folks. And they're going to get mercied at home by an out-of-town team. First pitch by Roddenhaver, curveball outside. He got Inskeep. Inskeep had him. He was in the count 2-1. And then he had 1 high fastball he missed, and then a big curveball outside when he had 2 strikes. Inskeep waved at it. Went down backwards. K, 1-0 to another curveball to Ott. Swung way over that one. Now, here's the deal with Roddenhaver. He's got his curveball working, and he's got the Gators hitters way off balance on it. 1-1 pitch. Roddenhaver sets, and curveball again is outside, 2-1.
Nice block, because the catcher knows if Greenbrier scores at least 1 run, the game's still going on. So that was a nice block there by the catcher.
This team is fundamentally sound, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
All right, Roddenhaver delivers, and fastball, pop foul out of play, 2-2. The drama here in a 13-3 game, 13-3 Bishop McNamara, the drama is runner on third, Nick Britt on third, 2 outs. The cleanup hitter, Ethan Ott on, the hottest hitter for the Gators, up at bat. They need a hit in order to get a run or the game is over. 10-run rule, high school baseball. Roddenhaver delivers, curveball outside, ball 3. I don't think he's going to give out anything here. I think with a 10-run lead, he's just going to throw him another curveball. That's what he did to Inskeep.
A high fastball.
Now he's going to throw him a curveball. Here it is. Curveball, ball 4. John's right again.
So, let's see.
Fredericks right again. Oh, we got a big meeting at the mound here now. Coach Sosnowski going out to the mound. Now, what on earth would you talk about? You got a 10-run lead in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, the coach would like a 10-run rule game.
Right.
You know how rewarding it's going to be
2
for
outs.
Bishop
what do you have to meet about?
McNamara. Well,
yet, what is the meeting on the mound about when you have 2 outs for first and third?
Well,
I mean,
steps back for the Gators.
Get the third out.
I mean,
Ryland is a good hitter.
I know why Coach Sosnowski went out there so that I could say his name 5 times. That's why I went out. Ryland Brown takes a curveball outside, ball 1. That's Sosnowski went out there so I could have trouble saying his name 5 times. He did that just for me. Thanks, Coach. Brown waves at it, just tips it off, saw a fastball. Now, what Roddenhaver is doing, Rags, is so far except the one fastball over the middle to Augie Younts, his fastball is high and away.
Yeah, well, I mean, JT and Austin Younts, were free swingers, and so he was doing a heavy dose of curveballs.
Roddenhaver, curveball, strike two call. Caught the outside corner. Nice pitch.
1-2 here.
Gators one strike away from being mercied, which is embarrassing at home, to a team that's ranked 1,500 nationally. Roddenhaver, next pitch, curveball, swung on a miss.
He went.
That's going to be the ball game.
And the
Ronald
thing
Brown strikes
is,
out. A
John,
huge win here. Huge win for Bishop McNamara.
John, that's why they play the game.
Yep.
And any polls that are out there on any level doesn't mean anything because it's all on the field.
What a tough game for the Gators coming into this thing 9-1 at home, playing a team that came from Washington, D.C. area, Maryland, right by, Andrews Air Force Base up there. They came last night. You look at the rankings nationally, they're ranked 1,500, 7-3, Gators 9-1. But you knew they had something because they got beat by the best team in the state, Benedictine. They only lost that game, what was it, like 5-3 or something?
Right.
Or 6-4.
It was a close game.
It was a close game.
But looking at now, Greenbrier Christian had 4 errors, 3 hit batsmen, but all 13 runs were from the leadoff guy to number 6. So
well, the tone. Bishop McNamara set the tone for this game, as far as I'm concerned.
A 2-strike hit batsman by the leadoff guy.
I tell you what, if you follow baseball like Rags and I have for all this time, and your first batter up, he had him. Morton had him 0-2, and he fouled off 4 pitches in a row. Morton threw the first 6 pitches he threw were strikes, right? No, 5. First 7 pitches he threw were strikes. He fouls off 5 balls in a row. And then gets hit.
Right.
On an 0-2 pitch. On Morton's 8th pitch where he'd thrown 7 strikes in a row.
Right. I mean, you can't, and also Bishop McNamara, was just doing station to station there in the top of the first inning.
They weren't going to run themselves out of an inning. Yeah.
And the other thing is, before we go off the air, is, I follow also Radford baseball because Greenbrier Christian alum Eddie Butler played at Radford baseball, and my friends that have got me into the outdoors, the Butler family, Lee and Tracy Butler, their oldest son at Radford just hit a home run against Winthrop, So, but a little Radford Greenbrier Christian, no relation. But Eddie Butler here at Greenbrier Christian, is an alum here, played at Radford, and this was Kyle Butler his family's got me into the outdoors.
Well, I tell you what, your tentacles, Rags, run deep all over Virginia and North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Connecticut, China, Hong Kong. It was pretty amazing. Everything because you've traveled the world. You're a world traveler.
Well, thank you, John. And I've enjoyed doing this. This also shows when Greenbrier Christian hosts an out-of-town team, they are not going to lay down driving 3.5 hours away.
But look, it's got to be a very disappointing night for the Gator family. I mean, for Gator Nation, for Pat Nichols. I mean, you're at home, you're playing an out-of-town team, and you get mercied at home against a team that's nationally ranked 1,500, and you're ranked 200. But, I mean, that's baseball, and that's why they play the game. That's exactly what you said, Rags.
Well, another thing is in the bottom of the 4th inning, Greenbrier Christian scored 3 runs to make it 9-3.
They got
the top of the 5th.
Right.
The top of the 5th is where Bishop McNamara, instead of Greenbrier getting a 0, Bishop McNamara scored 4 runs to make it 13-3. And then in the bottom of the 5th, Nick Britt led off with a double, but and was left stranded at 3rd. And they pitched around Ethan Ott, and Rylan Brown came up with 2 outs. But, now it's time to, big ACC game, Virginia Tech Duke tonight.
Well, we're going to be watching that. Well, final line on this game, the final score, GCA gets mercied after 5 high school baseball rule. down by 10 after 5 games over, 13-3. Bishop McNamara Mustangs defeating Greenbrier Christian Gators 13-3. Not what we expected tonight, certainly. Now, the last game we did, that was Mercy the other way. So maybe the next game we get can actually go 7 innings.
And you know what? All the viewers out there, please make plans in 4 weeks to tune in. It's going to be the last Friday in April, and it's against Kellum.
Well, that's going to be a good game.
You know, let's see. April 1st is Monday, so I want to say that it's April 26th.
Sounds like a plan.
I think next Friday will be April 5th. And
really, that's our next game?
Yeah, that's
for a whole month?
Yes. Yeah.
I know you're going to miss me, aren't you, Rex?
Well, you know, John, I'll see you around. I mean, one's going to be a spring break trip, but
every time I try
there
to find you, you're going to Nationals games, Mets games.
Well,
you're at the shipyard. You're hunting. You're fishing.
Well, yes,
you're on a truck. You're on a boat. You got packing heat. You got all kinds of
hopping on a train.
You're going on trains to Washington. I mean, come on, man. I know where you are half the time. The next time I'm going to call you up, you're going to be like, I'm at Fenway.
Right. Well,
I'm at the Orioles Stadium.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But Kellum, when they come here at the end of April, you know, their coach, Coach Ryan Zimmerman, you know, Kellum has a history of good baseball. So I will give it to Coach Nichols. You know, he definitely schedules good competition.
Well, he did that today.
Yeah.
And look, in order to get better, you got to play good teams. But I really thought they were going to win this game. The big highlight, really, for the Gators tonight was that big 2-out, 2-run double by Charlie Zimmerman.
Yes.
Which he laced that ball. And good for him, because he doesn't get a lot of playing time as a senior. And Coach Nichols gave the start.
Right.
And it paid off.
He came in with only, he walked once, so he had 5 plate appearances, but only 4 at-bats. He was 2 for 4. So you know what? He leaves hitting 3 for 6.
Not bad, right? He's hitting 500.
No, he's still 500.
Better 500.
And he got a 2-run RBI.
And a key hit, been a big hit. I mean, not that was a no-doubter. So final score here, I'm going to give you some of the lines here in a second. Bishop McNamara Mustangs 13. They'll stay overnight again tonight, go have a nice dinner, celebrate, and then they play Atlantic Shores tomorrow, and then they go back to the Washington, D.C. area by Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland. They get 13. Gators get 3. The line, Anthony Morton tonight, pitched 1 inning and 2/3, allowed 5 hits, 8 runs, 4 of them earned. A couple of errors there, 1 by him, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Morton takes the loss. Tyler Wilson, 2 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, no earned runs for Wilson. So he's yet to give up an earned run this season.
Well, and that's interesting with no earned runs. And, you know, Coach Nichols and Coach Lee, I mean, I know that these are high school kids, but, you know, no earned runs and giving up 4 runs, I mean, that's going to drive a pitching coach and a head coach a little frustrated.
The Gators lose tonight 13-3. Whitehurst, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts, although he did give up the 2-run double. But those runs were unearned. So they get 13 runs, 9 of them unearned.
Yes.
And they had how many errors?
They had 4. 4 errors.
I mean, the game they lost to, what was it, Maury?
Maury.
They had 4 errors and 13 walks. They didn't have the walk problem tonight, only 3 walks.
And
but you can't beat a good team and give a team like this 4 and 5 outs an inning. You can't do it.
The other thing is you know, relievers. You got to look at inherited runners, and inherited runners scored. And Tyler Wilson was greeted with a base hit that knocked in 2 runs and closed the book on Morton for 8 runs. And then Gavin Whitehurst came in and gave up a hit to close Tyler Wilson's book. But you know what? You know, you don't live in the past, so
got to go forward. I mean, look, this is there's no way to spin this for the Gators. This is a tough loss. It's gonna nail their rankings. I don't see how they stay number 2 in the state.
Well, that's
this but look, like you say, they got to get up off the mat. It is what it is,
right?
And they got to get off the mat and play baseball.
I mean, the only thing that I look at rankings is at college, but, rankings, just ball up the piece of paper. Let's go play. Let's have our game, do the talking.
You're right. I mean, in reality, this is a meaningless game, right?
Right.
It's a non-Virginia game. Right. It's a non-conference game. It's not part of the TCIS. The stats don't matter. The loss really doesn't matter. And, the Gators have one goal this season. Well, they have 2 goals. They want to win the TCIS tournament. I'm sorry, and then they want to win the states.
Yes,
they have a shot to do that.
Right. I mean, come back tomorrow, practice hard, and then next week you start full-time conference. I think in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think they do have a non-conference game against Lake Taylor, which I'll make a note of Lake Taylor. My wife, Lake Taylor alum.
I tell you're everybody, every high school in America you've got a contact with. It's unbelievable. That's why we have you up here, Rice, because you know everybody.
Well, thanks, John. It's
Rice knows everybody. If you were to go to a T-ball game and pick out like somebody up a T-ball, right? So, oh yeah, I know their family. I coached his brother at Greenbrier, Southern Chesapeake Field or something.
Yeah.
All right. So the bad news tonight is they lose. The Gators get beat. They get mercy. That's the bad news. Other bad news is this is really his second outing in a row. Anthony Morton, their senior, and what should be their number 2 starter, did not look sharp at all tonight.
No, he
just didn't look sharp.
No, he didn't. But things to work on. I mean, he did get ahead.
He was getting the head hitters, but they couldn't put him away.
2-strike hit batsman to start it. It's
his fastball tonight flat, and I got to tell you the fundamental hitting of what Coach Sosnowski. The thing that I noticed about them, they're number one. This team is unbelievably fundamentally sound, right? Yeah. They get good jumps on balls. They got speed. Tough to get it by them. But what I noticed at bat is the number of tough pitches they just fought off.
Right.
And they did that consistently. They got a couple of really good fastball hitters. Joe Quelch, Jared Mamano, who got 3 hits and 5 RBIs. It was 3 for 3 tonight. Nick Miller, Ryan Shee. So what they would do is they would simply, every time they got a good pitch, they would get the bat on it and just foul it off. And it wasn't even like good fouls, right? It was just like they just stuck the bat out, just fouled the ball off, and then they wait for the fastball that's in their zone, and they consistently nailed it. And that is really intelligent, well-disciplined hitting.
Well, John, I mean, the first inning, 1 and 2 hit batsmen, then a base hit, and the coach there at third base knew that it was no outs. And so he had his cleanup hitter coming up.
Mamano.
And, and he hit a bases clearing double. And then the number 5 hitter, I mean, it went down as an at-bat, but he, with being left-handed, he hits the right side, moves the runner over, and then there's a walk. And then instead of a double play, the starting pitcher helps himself with a safety squeeze. And the only place is at first base, and boom, in 7 batters, you're down 4-0.
Yeah, just like that.
And then
just like that.
Yes. And then in the second inning,
they did the same thing.
An error on the pitcher, but then the cleanup guy comes through again. Number 5 guy, RBI. Number 6 guy greets Tyler Wilson with a 2-run RBI base hit, and he tried to stretch it out into a double, and so Gavin Younts threw it to Nick Britt, got the out, And then in the 5th inning, we have more than the leadoff guy hit at the top of the order, and they score 4 runs. And in the 4th inning, they only scored 1 run. So, I mean,
the only inning they didn't score was the 3rd.
The 3rd, and you had 7, 8, 9, and then 1. And I don't know if Coach Nichols and Coach Lee is gonna look too much at this game because it is an out-of-state team.
Yeah.
But after the 6th hitter, they scored 0 runs.
Yeah.
It
was
all 13 runs were scored
1 to
between
6.
the leadoff guy and the 6th guy.
Even though the 9th hitter, what was his name? Jalen Watson was hitting 450.
Yeah,
he was 450. He's bet 9th.
But
we knew right there this was a good hitting team.
Well,
when you got your 9th batter batting 450.
And the thing is when I met this team in the hitting facility during pregame, they had 2 coaches throwing in the cages, and then they had 2 coaches just throwing a Nerf football. And when the assistant coach stopped throwing the Nerf football so I could talk to the head coach, I did notice the head coach said, "This is my 5th year, and I feel like that this is a great team that we have, so I wanted to challenge them." 2 weeks ago, I brought the team to Richmond, and now this weekend, I know about Greenbrier Christian and Atlantic Shores, so I wanted to bring them down to Chesapeake. And, so this team definitely was ready to play.
No question about it. So if our listeners are wondering what we're doing, this is called Announcer Lamenting. We need a lamenting time in order to talk about this loss before we get off the air.
I think we've brought up
Homer announcing lamenting.
Well, let's see. I think we've brought up some good points in the postgame. So is there any way to archive the postgame?
We're going to archive. Andrew, back at the studio, Master Rags here wants you to archive this whole thing because his post-game analysis, we're going to send the tape to ESPN, and we know they're going to be calling them.
Well,
let's archive this.
No, it's not that, but I did the Eddie Butler, Greenbrier Christian to Radford baseball, and then I also gave a shout-out to my friends that have given me a liking to the outdoors, and then I even made a reference to my wife and her family being connected to Lake Taylor.
You're the shout-out. You're the shout-out king.
So,
Ragsdale is the shout-out king.
I've got 22 years with the Department of Defense, so I'm not looking at a second career, but it would be nice because I think on a Friday night some of our listeners have gone on to basketball.
They're watching the Duke game.
So it might be nice to archive the post game.
We will archive. All right, Andrew, archive the post game for Ragsdale. He convinced me that everybody's going to want to hear his shout outs.
Right.
Well, that's going to be it here for John Fredericks and Mark Ragsdale. And Mama Lee is here, too. Hey, Mama Lee.
Yeah. She did a great job with the scoreboard.
Mama Lee does a scoreboard.
Yes. And
she's got the Lee boys. They're all baseball players, played minor leagues, and now they're coaches here and all that good stuff. So,
well, the youngest, Colby, he's playing Frostburg State. So Bryce and Gary do have a younger brother that's still playing in college.
And all 3 of them played in college.
Yeah,
and all
yes.
3 of them, all 3 of them played at a very advanced levels. And so we're up here. Mama Lee, she does the scoreboard.
And
she also made out these nice things for me. Are you going to do this on the next game too, Mama Lee? Because this was really good. Are you going to do this?
Yes.
No, you did a good job. I got these baseball things here that Mama Lee filled in the lineups for me.
Well, it also certainly helps to have
you probably
good handwriting.
You also, well, she's a teacher. Of course, she has good handwriting. She's a teacher here at the school. And I bet you didn't know this. I bet you didn't know that there's not only the Lee coaches and Mama Lee, but Papa Lee drives the bus. Yeah. Papa Lee drives the baseball bus.
But before he drove buses full time, you know where he worked?
Where?
He worked where I work. Department of Defense, Norfolk Naval Shipyard.
Oh.
So it's been a career been a good career for other people.
Let's end on this note. President Trump loves Norfolk Shipyard. He loves Newport News Shipbuilding. He's building up to a 330 ship Navy. And so my favorite president of all time, President Trump. Great job with the DOD and keep building them ships. That's it.
We maintain them, Norfolk Naval there in Portsmouth.
John Fredericks Radio Network, Portsmouth, God's country. We're going to sign off now. It's Friday night. Those that listen to my show, I'll be live Monday, 6 a.m., the Godzilla of Truth. I'll be live from Miami, Florida. Ready for Terry, Governor Terry McAuliffe. Is he going to run for president? Well, he's going to be joining me at 8 o'clock. He's on for an hour. We're going to talk about a lot of issues with former Virginia Governor Terry McGenius.
Are you going to see the Marlins in Miami?
See the Marlins. I'm an Astro fan. I hate everybody else.
Okay.
John Fredericks Radio Network, thanks for being with us.
Good night, everybody.
Game will be archived. Good night. Have a great weekend.
You've been listening to a live broadcast of Greenbrier Christian Academy Gators baseball on the Lighthouse, WPMH, AM 1010 and 100.1 FM. Thanks for listening. We now resume our regular programming.